Between Minach and Mara is going to be Mo Liebman. Mo was a son of mine. He wasn't able to be here for the funeral. He was in Israel. Mo, like the other grandchildren, very, very close to his grandmother. In the last few years, there's probably not a day when he didn't see her during the last couple of years, having supper with her almost every day, and being here every day and communicating with her regularly. He has a few interesting comments or stories about her. I just wanted to talk about one particular incident very briefly. I remember Mo, who works downtown, received a phone call about a year or so from his grandmother. It was in the middle of the day. Mo, I can't find my remote control in the house. Can you come over? It's in the middle of the day, down in the office. Would you come over to the house and help me look for remote control and fix the TV while you're here? It happens with all grandchildren and family situations. So Mo comes to me because he had a meeting a few minutes later, with a relatively important meeting. He said, look, you mind substituting for me at this meeting? I said, where are you going? He said, I got to go. And I said, just tell me where you're going last minute that you have to really go. So he says, I got a phone call. So I said, why don't you ask Deborah or your mother to go look for the remote control? I said, Daddy, I didn't ask you for that. If Bubby called me to go look for the remote, she called me. She didn't call Deborah, and she didn't call your mother. So he leaves the office for 3 hours, fixes it in the middle of the day before me to do that. That's the quality of a grandson to a grandmother, which is incomparable. And with that, I'm going to introduce Mo.
I don't know how well prepared I was for that file. I think I just wanted to get out of there. But anyhow, the premise of what I'd like to say is all around the love that I had for my grandmother. And it's supposed to be a fun, small chat. I'm going to try to contain myself because we're very close, as you know. I didn't see her every day, but I almost every day.
Or twice.
Or twice a day, depending on if there was no food at home. I'd come here for breakfast and dinner. Anyhow, so I jotted down a few notes. And I spend the afternoon, actually, I have videos, around 50 to 100 hours, if anybody has those, a weekend, a few Sundays free to watch, if anybody wants to see some video. When I used to come here, I like to try to remember our conversations because, I knew they weren't going to last forever. So I jotted down a few quotes, too, that I was watching all afternoon. Unfortunately, I didn't get through all of them, or fortunately for you, listening. But I'm going to start off with two stories that were amusing to me and to others, and people heard them probably 100 times afterwards because she likes to repeat the same stories over and over. And then I'm going to follow up by some quotes. So I started off with a question, actually, why 5786 Westminster? Why should I come? Why would I come? And just some words that came to mind. Storytelling, interesting language, palace, precious, maintenance, outrageous, loving, laughter, nonsense, craziness, crudeness, fun, home, laughter, and more laughter. Okay. Two examples. One, I called it the driveway.
Story about
Okay. I pull up one day to visit my grandmother, like a regular day. Let's call it a Sunday. I don't remember what day it was. Pull up in the driveway. The garage door is open. Okay, great. She leaves the garage door open sometimes. Fresh air. We'll cool it out. We'll cool off the garage or whatever. Park my car. All of a sudden, there's someone zooming out of the garage. My grandmother. I start honking. Doesn't make a difference. She goes into the side of my car. $4,000 of damage later. She gets out of the car and she says, "What did you do?" Me? What did I do? I'm just coming to visit. Didn't do anything. Okay, great. She says, "You didn't see me?" I'm parked in the driveway. I saw there was a garage open. Anyway, what's the funny part of the story? Where was she going? Nowhere. She just wanted to pull the car out and leave it running in the driveway. She had nowhere to go. Amazing. Good start to a Sunday. She repeated that story, that it was my fault and how I was a vildachaya and how I used to just bomb into her driveway without looking for the next, I don't know how many months to come. So that was a fun visit.
That you did it on purpose so you could just make it clean.
Right, I did it on purpose because I had a few scratches on the other side of the car that I was able to repair at the same time. Right. Okay. The next story is called Shirts and Sheets. Okay. I went to visit my sister in Israel. Apparently my grandmother got into my apartment somehow. It was unfortunate because I had some stuff out that she thought was garbage, I thought was important. She threw out a lot of the stuff. Anyway, I won't get into details of what she threw out because I'm still trying to get over it. But I came home and I had flowered sheets on my bed. I know I didn't have the flowered sheets when I left. And I knew I had them when I got back. So I came here. Not only was she wearing my favorite polo, I go up to her bedroom and I'm like, are those my new sheets I just got at Winners? Like, I finally bought a pair of sheets, like I don't know what thread count they were, but they were more than I had before. And I could have sworn on my life those were my sheets. She said, are you crazy? Those are not your sheets. Get out of here. 2 weeks later, she says, Moshe, I have something to tell you. They are your sheets. They're just the most comfortable sheets I've ever slept on. I really wanted to sleep on them. You can have the sheets. Enjoy the sheets. So those are the shirts and the sheets. And she said, by the way, I had too many shirts. That's why she took half a dozen. My best polo that she's a little bit, broader than me. So she stretched it out. I wasn't happy. I got to the door. She was wearing my polo, and she's like, what happened to you? I'm like, why are you wearing my shirt? What happened to me? What happened to you? Anyways, I have a good picture of her wearing my shirt if anybody wants to see that. Let's start with the quotes that I've been working on all afternoon. These are direct quotes, so if it's insulting to anyone, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. But I do apologize. Okay. She's talking about her hairdresser. She fixed my hair nicely, but I didn't like it. So I went upstairs, took a scissor, cut it over here, cut it over there, and now, I don't know. She didn't like the outcome of her hair. This one is dedicated to Auntie Bobby. She came with the train. Bolondreji.
Translation of Bolondreji for people who don't understand.
Crazy fool.
I'll let you guys do the translation. I'm not even sure.
Crazy fool.
Okay. This was at Papa Ernie's the time we went out when she was in. It was probably the last time we went to a restaurant with her, which was December 2009. How did you enjoy your dinner? I asked. Very much. I didn't have to wash the dishes at home. No comment on the food, by the way. Okay. I asked. By the way, a lot of the time I come over, we would have a meal together, so a lot of the questions and answers revolve around food. You'll see a theme. How you doing? Fine, thank you, and you? Just finished dinner. Did you enjoy it, I asked. Very much. I asked, what did you have? Eggs and juice and this sour. I don't understand.
Don't say
If you don't understand, she says, I'm not going to explain it to you. Because sour is in here in every second sentence, so I should understand by now. Okay.
Means translated S-H-I-T. Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, I don't understand. Okay. Okay, good. At least somebody understands. Who bought this lemon pie? It's so bad. That was a good one too, I like. Okay. This is what I start off. For dinner last night, I had some pasta my mother prepared a few months ago, I say. She says, it wasn't very good, was it? Oy vey's mir. Next quote. Oh, this is one saying, you don't have to show this video to anyone or I'll kill you. That wasn't a pleasant video. Okay. What are you having for lunch? I asked. She says, you see what I'm having. Figure it out because I'm not going to tell you. We're sitting together at the table, so obviously I see what I just wanted to get her talking on the video. Okay, here's just a few lines. Vayizmir. Oy veyzmir. Don't make me sick.
S-A-C-K.
This is one for the gentleman out there. Let him go in the toughest. Pista mansa. Good for you. Good for you. It's a shanda. Neba. Taka neba. Beautiful. Beautiful. This was about my apartment and Marissa's apartment. Because I told her your apartment was a mess.
We live in the same building.
I'm going to go down and throw everything out. Nojo finam.
Delicious.
I'm not going to say boo or ba. I can't make these up, folks. I would never ask you, buddy. Big tsipula. Pressing like no tomorrow. What does this say? Shavansing. This is what she asked me. Why don't you eat some more chopped liver? You don't like it? Not my favorite food. Okay, what else do I have here? Ugar salata. Translation?
Cucumber salad.
There we go, that's good. As if we prepared that.
What about kapustash kushkash?
Oh, I had a story about that. She asked me, why don't you want to eat some kapustash kushka? I said, I might go on a date later. And she says, so what's the problem? I said, isn't there like a lot of garlic and cabbage in it? That gives me bad breath. She goes, I'll give you mouthwash. Eat it. Okay. Tupchi.
Tepsi. Container.
Containers that would hold all the food. In a gutiva. A gitishu. You don't like this? Okay, good. Don't eat it then. Holy macaroon. Boy, oh boy. Disno. Would I give you a fresque? You will never remember the day you were born. Intellectual idiot. And for her children, I
Maybe you should
for her
make
doctor.
it. Yeah, maybe you should
one
quit while
second.
you're
Sorry, I
in.
have one more. This is a nice one.
Okay.
I'll start off with a nice one. I'll end with a bad one.
Good news first or bad?
The good news.